seconds to defuse.
Here goes MajorManiak. It's Clayster to deal with. He finds the opening. It's 1v1. It's 1v1 and Methods clutches again. He goes huge for Ultra and they get their first home series victory. What a map 5 it was. Joe, do I actually got to do the whole maple syrup thing?
Now that the dust has settled on Season 1, there's one thing I can't get out of my head. Under our very noses, 4 very granular moments took place that decided what our league looks like today. They happened in a split second, and had they gone the other way, the league as we know it would look very different. We've seen half the battle, but the other half, the half that never happened, keeps replaying in my head. So we're going to build a simulation of that other half and explore what would happen if those things we now know as history tipped in the other direction.
Can they clutch up and go big? Do not go anywhere.
This is half the battle. Let's dive in. Let's set up the stakes for both of these teams. Atlanta FaZe had made it to the finals, no surprise, in the last 2 out of their 3 events, but in both of them, they were blown out.
FaZe have been absolutely beheaded.
Conversation became a story of whether or not the FaZe had what it took to win Call of Duty champs, and if the hottest team all year was fizzling out. The Ultra were a mid-tier team, a team that finally gotten themselves a comfortable roster, and we saw at the New York home series were able to make a semi-final.
They've gone the distance. They have taken out a top team.
And you can't forget, at the Toronto home series, they had to win the whole thing to avoid the losers bracket at the Call of Duty championships. Good like we're going to a game 5. Toronto, though, took the most dominant team of the season to a map 5 round 11. Let's take a look at the half you saw. Toronto are going to be on offense, as Atlanta FaZe are going to be on defense. As both these teams start to get in their setups, I'm going to pause it here. You have the 2 duos on Atlanta FaZe who are watching the sites. On one end, it's Simp and aBeZy towards the A side. On the other, it's MajorManiak and Priestahh locking down B, with that number 7 being their most important player in Cellium. He's the man watching middle of the map, giving the information to both of these duos, whether it's a B hit or an A hit. He's the one calling out that rotation.
They smoked A, they smoked A.
And so far, it's looking like a very aggressive B hit. MajorManiak manages to get Bance's location from Priestahh, killing Bance, which sends Classic retreating with the bomb. What you're about to see is one of the 4 lead defining moments I mentioned.
Methods, though, brings it back to a 4 versus 4.
When Cellium dies, it leaves those 2 FaZe groups separated on islands with no information at all. Toronto now has the upper hand. With 35 seconds left in the round, they have to make a decision, and what is the play going to be?
Let's flank A.
I'm going to pause it right here as Cammy gets taken down by Priestahh. You may think that's a bad thing for the Toronto Ultra, giving Atlanta FaZe a 4-3 advantage. But since the 2 FaZe groups are split, Cammy dying at the B site leads FaZe to believe that Toronto is hitting B, without Cellium to tell them neither group knew. As a result, aBeZy moves towards B site, and Simp scrambles into Bar Street, opening up access for Toronto to flood A site through the arches. Clayster finds a good timing and sneaks behind aBeZy for the kill.
He's able to win it. aBeZy's going to get dropped. The dead silence is going to reset now for Clayster.
aBeZy getting killed sends Simp towards tracks, allowing Classic to plant the bomb. Methods finds a position to hide behind, and when Simp comes back, Methods takes him down.
Here goes MajorManiak. It's Clayster to deal with. He finds the opening. It's 1v1. It's 1v1 and Methods clutches again.
Methods, he's able to pick up the 1 versus 2 for a round 11 Toronto Ultra win.
That was a crazy map 5. Yeah, I told you. Ultra fan all along. I had him taking it.
That's the half you saw. Now let's take a look at the half you didn't see. Instead of engaging with a fortified Methods, Cellium understands the importance of staying alive when his team is split between the 2 sites. With Cellium in place, Cammy's death no longer leads aBeZy and Simp to scramble off the A site. Cellium would spot Clayster moving on the A site and would alert aBeZy and Simp. aBeZy would be ready for him, L triggering the archway and taking down Clayster. Soon after, Classic and Methods would rush through the A site. Cellium, though, would spot them. Methods is forced to plant the bomb. It is attacked on both sides by aBeZy from the apartment and Simp from the bar street. He even gets the bomb down, it would defuse it, and the game would be over. A simple mistake by Cellium forced a third straight loss in 3 straight finals for the Atlanta FaZe. But let's imagine for a second what the league looks like if our simulation was a reality. For the Toronto Ultra, if they don't win this Game 5 Round 11, they aren't even in the winner's bracket at Champs. They would start in the loser's bracket. They may finish as a low-tier team, and most likely this team would look a lot different than it does today. This win at the Toronto home series gave them confidence in one another that obviously carried forward the Call of Duty Championships.
Ultra are in! Ultra do it!
Let's take a look now at what could have been for Atlanta FaZe. If FaZe won, they don't head into Champs with this monkey on their back. That psychological blockage was most certainly there in the Champs final versus the Empire. Maybe it wouldn't have been if they beat Toronto that day. They got second place again. What happened in round 11 for Atlanta FaZe highlighted a serious issue within the team, that talent doesn't always equal victory. St. Petrograd to me will always highlight the Atlanta FaZe team that I knew from the 2020 season. The one that got close, but always lacked the finishing power. This is the half we saw, but you can't help but think about the half that we didn't see.